I know that they are very ready and waiting. Very ready and waiting, because if we take it to schools, those very students will take it to their parents, and we might have some help from the students who will talk to their parents about morality, doing the right things, integrity, so that we are moving to elections with informed people. We use our students who we will give the knowledge to go and be able to pass on the information to their parents before the elections. What is Mr. Njoroge doing and the foundations to reach those out of Nairobi?
Right, thank you. We got it.
Thank you so much.
Right, another caller on the line. Hello, good morning.
Hello, Devan.
Morning to you, how are you?
Fine, thank you.
Yes, give us your name and where you're calling from.
Yes, my name is Mr. Kemboy.
Yes, Mr. Kemboy.
I'm a teacher in a school called Terike Boys.
Mm-hmm.
I've been a teacher for a while, and I have made some observations about character of students in school.
Yes.
I tend to observe that there are some commonalities of students or some clear character. For example, the indisciplined students and the malformed students, if I can use that word. Mm-hmm. They tend to come from unstable families. Unstable as in it's either a single family or the parents are separated, or they have a problem. Because when you do things, for example, things like academic days and school parents days, you will find that it shows clearly that the father is either the one who is coming all through from 1 to Form 4 for the boy, or it's only the mother, and the other partner is not interested completely about the education of the child. Mm. So at some stage you observe that the boy or the girl, whatever, will not grow properly, will not be, because he or she knows that if I mess here and the mother doesn't like, my father is always there, who is not interested in my school, and I can always run there and things like that. So I think if we build good social and family values from our societies and our villages, we will produce very good students in school, because they come with the backing of the parents, with good formation and good morals. It will be very easy to govern them in school. So that is my observation. I don't know what Mwalimu can say about it.
Right. Thank you, Mwalimu Kemboy. We've gotten that. Another call on the line. Hello, good morning.
Hello, good morning.
Morning to you. How are you?
Yeah, I'm Joseph Onyango. I'm calling from Garissa.
Yeah, I'm sorry to battle. Before you go on, just kindly reduce the volume on your television so that we can clearly hear you. You're getting a feedback.
Okay. Can you hear me?
Yeah, clearly now.
All right, now just Onyango, I'm calling from Garissa.
Yes, Onyango.
I want to thank my brothers in the studio for the good discourse. Now I have two issues that I would have loved to ask. One, if leadership is okay, we are in a transition period from appointing these prefects into electing them, which I think is good. But sometimes if leadership is not checked, I think there is a tendency of abuse. Now I want to ask these gentlemen, what are they doing in order to check on this leadership so that those who have been elected serve the purpose for which they were elected? And then secondly, other than discipline, there's the issue of drug abuse in school. What austerity measures are they taking to ensure that alongside this discipline, the menace that is drug abuse that is really destroying many of our students before they mature into their professions? What are they doing about drug abuse?
All right. Thank you, Mr. Onyango. Do we have another call on the line? Hello? Right. A lot of issues that they have been raised here that we need now to explore. Mwalimu, of course, from the first caller, she's really lauding you with these efforts that you're doing, but she's wondering, yes, what are you doing to percolate this and permeate this maybe to the counties so that at least as we're heading towards a general election, we're having a nobility of character. We know for sure that, of course, character formation does just not happen. At a snap of a finger, it is a process that really takes time. But how is this program really working right now, especially right now that we're having the counties and you're supposed to be spreading way into the counties now?
Yeah, thank you very much. As I said, that we started with a six pilot school.
Yes.
Already in Nairobi, we have we decided and we requested that the pilot schools to ensure that they take other schools as babies. That every school, like Moi Forceps, take Dururuno, every school, we keep on taking another school. You create games, you create activities together so that you can sell your values, you can sell your programs to your next to the next school. It has gone like that, and in Nairobi now we are talking of approximately 42 schools.
42 schools.
Apart from that, in Nairobi, also going out next week on 16th and 17th, we'll be having a workshop for teachers from national schools at Alliance Girls. We'll be having a 2 days workshop, and the idea will be on character competence. The idea would be to sell and share the good practices of the schools that already practiced, that already in the pilot school. So we want to share the best practices, and being the national, or every county at least have one national schools. So that is the program that we're having. We think that out of that, those teachers will be able now to pass that message of character to other schools in the county. Yes, otherwise we are looking forward. To.
Yes, I get you.
Yes.
Right. Of course, now we are having the issue of teachers also.
Yes.
Who are involved in this program. But there's been that ticklish issue of teacher-student relationships, some steamy affairs happening with the teachers taking advantage of the young girls. And I'm wondering, how is this program also trying to curb this issue? Because it remains to be a very, very ticklish issue right now. Of course, we have so many students getting pregnant because of teachers, the male teachers especially, who are taking advantage of students in the name of tuition, happening in the staff quarters. So how is the program also curbing this or addressing this?
Actually, when you talk about curbing that problem of teacher maybe having a love affair with a student, and the main point here is to educate these teachers to become teachers of integrity, because we as adults, we are role models. Whatever we do in our lives, we are role models, and you can either impact the character of a student positively or negatively as a teacher. And Thomas Likona said that the most powerful tool that you have as a teacher is your own character that you can use to influence the life of that student. And therefore, that's why this program is essentially sensitizing the teachers on the innovative approaches, the ideas and competencies that can make them to be more competent in the art of building integrity first within themselves, because you can only give what you have. And that's why we want them first to become teachers of integrity, and they model integrity to their students. And the program is taking a leadership-driven approach, whereby in every school it has a committee that is guiding the implementation of this program. And the work of that committee is to empower the entire school faculty, so that if there is a teacher who has maybe some kind of misconduct, on the process he gets transformed, because transformation does not come overnight. It's a process it needs a process of time. And I think through this kind of engaging them continuously on a day-to-day basis, even those who have those nasty characters, ultimately will change.
Right. Bona Principal, I know you being the manager of a school, then this maybe some of the cases have really come to your table. What is the way to address this? What is actually this program trying to do to try and address? Because, of course, yes, we can have these all noble gestures of coming up with a nice character program, but especially if the teachers are not involved, or if them themselves are actually the people who are driving the students away to some of these vices, then I think we are just butting our heads on the wall, isn't it?
And I think everybody should understand the new constitution dispensation is on standards and integrity. And I think those with those characters, I think their time is over. I would want to say that majority of teachers are very good. And in a society, you not miss one or two people. However much you would want to talk, you not miss
one or two, but it can be very detrimental.
It's detrimental.
Yes.
But we keep on talking to them, and also ensuring that the road takes its route. When they are caught, there are rules that govern that. But the idea is also when we are talking integrity, it's not only children; it's also to the teachers. We can't talk of integrity if ourselves we don't mean that, or we don't value. We don't have character. How would you then be nurturing other children's character if you don't? So it's the high time that we build citizens for tomorrow, and citizens for the 21st century. It's not only for the teachers. Surely it's for every Kenyan. Because we have also heard those bad things even from other people who are not necessarily teachers. So I think it's a character, and it's a society. We have to address that one as Kenya, as Kenyans.
Do you think maybe we're picking a Band-Aid solution here? Because as Kemboi raises this question of the single family, also parents or students who are coming from a single family, whereas there's single parenthood, you're having the mother taking care of a son, and you're lacking that firm hand of the father during the formative years, especially now when you're getting into teenagehood. Don't you think that really also affects the character of a boy or a girl as far as integrity is concerned, especially when now you're enrolling them in your schools?
Yeah, it will affect, because we are seeing the character formation is not only the work of the teachers, but also the parents, that they also have their part to play. But this is what we are saying, that the teachers require more. I think it's the time now that as teachers, we require to do more for formation of character. There's something that I've seen from my years as a teacher, that the students tend to perform better if you know them. Not even how much you teach, but when you know the students. That because you tend to understand some of the problems. Some boys or girls don't perform because of problems at home. So if you're able to understand them, then you'll go with them. You'll be able to advise them. So to me, I would wish that the teachers will go beyond just teaching, but knowing the students, sharing with them. We become fathers. We can also be fathers at home, at school, that we are able also to play that fatherly and motherly role as teachers, male teachers and female teachers. Yes.
Also, the issue of drug abuse is a niggling worry, of course, in schools. And I can allude to that fact because I think my cubemates were actually drug abusers in high school. And of course, after preps, they had to go and take one or two in some of the bushes there and come back. And, it was very detrimental. Some of them actually passed away because, they were hooked on drugs. If now we are actually having this program, how are you planning to maybe work with NACADA in terms of enforcing, character and fighting? People are now who are hooked. They maybe have to go to the rehab. What is the program really offering on that front?
We are with good character. I expect the students in good character cannot involve themselves with drugs and substance abuse.
But no, we were coming up with a program. Yes. We're dropping children actually or students who right now they are addicted to drugs. Yes. Yet we want to see transformation. So what is the process when they enroll in this initiative?
I think maybe for now we have not reached there. How do we handle the students who are already in maybe that will be the way forward now. And we also want many people also to come and assist us. Let not just be left that that's the work of the teachers. I keep on telling the students, if they want it to be at 70, 80 years, the things they should do, things like smoking, involve them with drugs and substance abuse, they will die even very early. But that let not be left as the work of the teachers only. I think I would wish the society to come strong. Starts to come strong. So where are the drugs coming from? How do we stop that? I think I'm sorry that let it not be left as the work of teachers. Let's be a problem for the society.
Right. As we're winding up, maybe you need to chip in, and also Kingori, just tell me, we're having the holidays right now. Just to say, also my forces, I think they're closing tomorrow?
We are closing tomorrow.
We are closing tomorrow.
Tomorrow morning.
So is it the program that runs maybe through the term, when you're having the school curriculum, then when they close, we shut down the program then when they come back? Because we are aware when they go home is when a lot of these vices happen, many of them getting to drug addiction and doing drugs and sexual immorality. Promiscuity really happens during the holidays. What happens during the holidays? We have churches which have also forums like vocational Bible study that they keep the students occupied. What do you offer then in your program in terms of occupying the students when they're on holidays?
Let me start by saying that...
briefly as we're winding up.
Yes. Some of this problem that we face in school It's simply because as parents, we have neglected our responsibilities. Because the family is an institution of love and peace. It creates an environment where these young people, they need to be given the moral principles and values that can guide them.
That is a given. Just tell me what is the program offering as we're winding up?
Currently, we are really encouraging the boys, like in Moi Forces Academy. They have come up with what we call community service. That when you go and when you're out of school, when you break for holidays, they can go to the community and look for somewhere they can serve, and the number of hours that they serve in the community will be recorded in their living certificate, instead of just idling within the community. Maybe as a student you can come across maybe like 10 boys who are just idle. You can gather them together, talk to them, give them the skills that will be able to enhance their life to become better citizens of this country. They can also offer their services in a children's home, where you can go and take care of those underprivileged children, or in a hospital. Let them serve whenever they get an opportunity.
Right.
Yes.
Bona Principal, maybe also you've not really talked about the parachurch organization like the Christian Union and the Muslim club that you have in the schools. How are you enveloping this kind of unions in school to try and also formulate a good character in our students?
Yeah. One, I also want to say that
just briefly,
a character is what you do when people are not seeing you. What you see is darkness. When you see what you do when people are not there, when the teachers are not there, that's your character. Character is not things that we only done in the school. It's a process, which we encourage students to do that even at home. That's what we want. That is a continuous process. That even at home, that's what we want them to reflect what they have been doing what they have been in school. And also societies, in the clubs and society, is also other form of character development. We have Christian Union on Sunday. We have all that. And the students are involved. We have officials from those clubs that help us. So it's also an integral part in our school. And I want lastly to say that let building the youth, let every Kenyan, every parent in this country to have a joy to build the youth for the 21st century, to build the youth as Kenya go for the Vision 2030. Let's change and build the youth that will make the Kenya that we want. It's not us, but it's the people we are bringing. And let's not get annoyed as parents that your boy or girl have done this. Let's enjoy bringing our youth. Let's enjoy bringing our children. And even as teachers, enjoy the joy of teaching boys, the joy of teaching girls. Let that be part of our teachers and principals.
For sure. I really appreciate Peter Kingori, Secretary General, Character Competencies Council. I really appreciate, and Chief Principal, Moi Forces Academy, Bona Stephen Njoroge. I really appreciate. Thank you very much. Well, we'll be discussing about Character Competencies Initiative, a noble salutary effort that